preparation. God uses those quiet moments, those times when it feels like you're forgotten, to mold you, to shape you, and to prepare you for something greater than you can even imagine. You might not see it now, but everything you're going through is building the foundation for your blessing. The question is, will you trust the process? Will you hold on when you feel like letting go? Let me tell you, God doesn't waste a thing. Not your pain, not your struggles, not your isolation. Today, I'm here to remind you, you are exactly where you need to be. So get ready for what's coming next. Isolation is one of the most challenging experiences anyone can face, yet it often becomes the very place where transformation occurs. We live in a world filled with distractions, noise, and constant connectivity. It's easy to overlook the quiet moments when life demands that we step away from the crowd, retreat into solitude, and face ourselves. But it is in these moments of isolation that God refines us, shaping our character and strengthening our faith in ways that we cannot always understand in the moment. When we find ourselves isolated, whether physically, emotionally, or mentally, it feels like we're being abandoned. It's a feeling that many people can relate to when it seems like everyone around us is moving forward with their lives while we're stuck alone with our thoughts and emotions. It's as though the world has left us behind and we are left to figure things out by ourselves. However, this period of isolation is not a punishment. It is a divine opportunity for growth. God allows us to enter these moments so that He can refine us in ways that we may not be able to achieve in the midst of noise and chaos. Just as a precious metal needs to be placed in intense heat in order to burn away the impurities, our character needs the pressure of solitude to reveal what lies beneath the surface. In isolation, we are forced to confront our flaws, our weaknesses, and our fears. It is not always comfortable, and it often feels painful. But this is where God works in us. He uses the solitude to strip away the things that hold us back: our pride, our need for validation, our dependence on external circumstances for happiness. In isolation, we are faced with ourselves, with no distractions to hide behind. And it is in this raw state that God can mold us into the person He has designed us to be. Solitude also gives us the space to grow in our faith. In the absence of external voices and influences, we are left with the stillness that allows us to hear God more clearly. It is in these quiet moments that we can deepen our connection with Him. Without the distractions of the world, we are able to focus on His voice, His teachings, and His guidance. In a sense, isolation becomes a form of spiritual discipline. It allows us to reflect on our relationship with God and examine where we stand in our faith. Are we relying on Him fully, or are we depending on our own strength? Do we trust His plan even when it's unclear? These are the questions that arise in isolation, and they are questions that lead to spiritual growth. The more we embrace solitude, the more we come to understand that this time is not wasted. It's easy to believe that when we're alone, we are missing out on something. We might feel left behind, disconnected, or forgotten, but God doesn't forget about us. He's working on us, refining our character and faith. He's teaching us how to rely on Him and to trust in His timing. The loneliness that we feel in isolation is often the space where God is doing His most profound work. He's removing the distractions so that we can focus on what truly matters. He's preparing us for the next phase of our journey, equipping us with the strength and character to face the challenges ahead. In the process of refinement, God also teaches us patience. It's easy to grow frustrated when we don't see the immediate results of our isolation. We want answers, we want clarity, and we want them now. But God's timing is not our timing. We are often in a hurry, trying to rush the process, but God knows exactly when we're ready. He knows when our character has been refined enough, when our faith has been strengthened, and when we are ready to step into the blessings He has for us. This is why patience is such an essential part of the process. When we learn to be patient, we allow God to do His work without interference. We trust that He knows what He's doing even when we don't understand it. Isolation also forces us to take responsibility for our own growth. It's easy to blame others or external circumstances for where we are in life, but in solitude, we have no one else to point the finger at. We are left with our own thoughts, our own choices, and our own actions. This is where true growth begins. We have the chance to look inward and ask ourselves difficult questions. What is holding us back? What do we need to change? What lies have we believed about ourselves? What does God want us to learn during this season? The answers to these questions lie within us, and isolation gives us the time and space to discover them. In the process of refinement, God also teaches us humility. When we are isolated, we realize that we are not as self sufficient as we may have thought. We can't rely on the validation of others, the comfort of social interactions, or the busyness of life to give us a sense of purpose. In isolation, we are stripped of these things and we must learn to depend on God alone. It is in this place that we begin to understand the true meaning of humility, acknowledging that we are not in control and that we need God in every area of our lives. Humility allows us to let go of our pride and trust in God's plan, even when we don't fully understand it. This season of isolation can feel like a desert, a barren place where nothing seems to grow. But just like a seed needs time in the ground to sprout and grow, we need time in solitude to develop the strength and resilience required to face the future. When God isolates us, He is not abandoning us. He is preparing us for something greater. He is shaping our hearts, our minds, and our spirits for the blessings that are to come. It's important to remember that God's refining process doesn't happen overnight. It is a gradual, ongoing process. Just as a metal is repeatedly placed in the fire until all the impurities are burned away, we too are continually refined through the trials and challenges we face in isolation. The work that God is doing in us is not always visible to the naked eye, but it is real. Each day of solitude is a step closer to the person He has called us to be, and every moment of struggle is a step closer to the blessings He has prepared for us. When we emerge from the season of isolation, we are not the same person we were when we entered. We are stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Our faith has been tested, and we have learned to trust God in ways we never could have imagined. The challenges we faced in isolation have prepared us for the next chapter of our lives, and we are now equipped to handle the blessings that God has in store for us. It is in the quiet, lonely places that God does His deepest work, and it is through these times of isolation that we are refined and made ready for the future He has prepared for us. Preparation is a key element in achieving success, and often it is the unseen work, the struggle and the effort that we put in during challenging times that becomes the foundation for the elevation that awaits us. The struggles we face today, though difficult and taxing, are not in vain. They are essential. They are not obstacles meant to keep us down, but stepping stones designed to elevate us to a higher place. What we often fail to realize is that the struggle is not only a test of our character, but it is also laying the groundwork for something greater. The discomfort, the pain, the setbacks, and the seasons of difficulty are all part of the process that prepares us for the blessings to come. In the midst of struggle, it's easy to feel like progress is impossible. It can seem like no matter how hard we try, the goals we aim for seem distant and unattainable. It's in these moments that we question whether the work we're putting in is even worth it. We may ask ourselves, why do I have to go through this? Or why does it feel like I'm being held back while others around me seem to be advanced? The truth is, the struggle is not a sign that we are failing. It's the evidence that we are in the process of growth. It is the preparation phase that is preparing us to go higher, to step into the destiny that is ahead of us.